What's up everyone, welcome to Ben's Car Reviews. I'm Ben and today we'll be dissecting the 2025 Genesis GV70 EV. Let's get right into it with a chart. A pretty simple chart here to look at, only two trims for you on the 2025 EV GV70. You have the Advanced and the Prestige. Advanced sitting there at $67,600 and the Prestige over there at $74,400. So there is a bit of a price hike to go up to that top trim Prestige, and you will find out later as to why that is and what Genesis has deemed the reason for $8,000 extra dollars. So we'll get into that later. But looking at the engine, which is really a motor, it's going to be the dual motor setup. This is all-wheel drive, as you can see over there too. So you're going to have a front motor and a rear, and you can see the kilowatts there, and it's going to end up giving you a power of 429 horsepower, 700 pound-feet of torque. So plenty of power here to have a lot of fun. Definitely enough to get yourself in some trouble, so be careful, but also enough that it really just makes this an enjoyable vehicle. You're going to have about 238 miles of range, and looking at the MPGe is going to be about 98 in the city, 83 on the highway, so pretty nice setup here. Real quick guys, here are Ben's Car Reviews. I try to bring the most accurate and relevant information under 10 minutes. There's no misleading, no waste of time. If that's something that's intriguing to you and you like this content as you watch, please like and subscribe so you can continue to go to the channel. Let's keep going. The GV70 has to be one of the most unique looking and overall just plain cool vehicles on the road today. I have loved giving overviews of the gas version, and although this EV shares a nearly identical look and feature pack, the performance side of it is completely different. If you're looking for a luxurious EV SUV with power, look no further. Let's start with the mechanics of this thing and with what Genesis describes as the most important information on their website. There is an electronically controlled suspension with road preview. In theory, this will anticipate upcoming potholes, bumps, and adjust the suspension accordingly for a smoother ride. There are 5 distinct drive modes to really customize your ride, including Sport, Eco, Comfort, Snow, and My Mode. Vehicle to load charging provides up to 1.9 kilowatts through an 110 volt outlet to power your things. That'll be the plug in the back. The high capacity battery aids in the amount of range, says Genesis, but I still think it's on the low end compared to what it should be. I mean, 238 miles of range for nearly $70,000 or over $70,000, it just doesn't seem that great to me. Using the 350 kilowatt, 800 volt DC ultra fast charger allows you to get from 10 to 80% in as little as 18 minutes. Genesis says they've teamed up with Electrify America to provide electrified GV70 owners with 3 years of complimentary 30-minute DC fast charging sessions. This thing measures in at 185.6 inches long, 75.2 inches wide. Beyond performance, styling is off the charts on these, looking obviously very similar to its gas brother with a few subtle differences, most in the form of not needing intakes up front, so more of a solid front end, if you will. The signature 2-line LED headlights are so Genesis, and they look so sharp across their whole lineup. I think the GV70 is my favorite vehicle in their fleet as far as design. It just really doesn't look like anything else on the road. You're also getting the 2-line split taillights and some other 2-line features that complete the whole look. The charging port is discreet and lives within the grille area and can be opened in a door-like manner, kind of like you're opening a gas cap. Super clean look and certainly unique compared to what other vehicles are doing with theirs. Both trims will have 20-inch alloy wheels with a nice design. There's standard power folding ECM mirrors with the Genesis logo, a standard power hands-free smart liftgate with auto open, and this is a 2024 IIHS top safety pick, which is always a reassuring fact, especially if you're going to be hauling your family around. Looking at these price tags, it feels wrong to choose the best bang for your buck, but that being said, if you're in the market for one of these and you're committed to spending at least $67,000 to get the Advanced, that doesn't mean spend the extra to get the Prestige. Yes, the Prestige is stacked up with everything you could dream of, but it's much more expensive, and let's face it, the extra features aren't needed in any way. They are even beyond just nice to have, such as a heated seat, for example. I think the best value for your money is to get the Advanced. So let's get in that interior now. As I'm sure you could have guessed, phenomenal interior design here packed with amenities, and luxurious ways of doing and viewing all the things you're used to in a vehicle, just with a little extra zing and pep. Shout out to my Office fans. Perhaps they should do a redesign with a little more zing and pep. A 14.5-inch navigation screen is standard. There's a standard 8-inch digital gauge cluster. The Prestige has the 12.3-inch 3D digital gauge cluster. That really looks awesome. It's a 12-inch heads-up display also on the Prestige, so there's already two differences of what that extra money is going to get you. The center console is a floating design and super slick. It holds the shift-by-wire dial as well as the multimedia controls. There's a standard wireless charger, meaning you're going to get that on both trims. There's a 15-speaker Lexicon premium audio system with a Quantum Logic surround sound. Panoramic roof on both trims. You'll have ambient lighting and with many colors to choose from. I love how much ambient lighting has come to the forefront of these models. The fingerprint reader allows you to start the car with your own personal verification and is placed where you typically go to key start a vehicle, kind of up to the right of your steering wheel. There's aluminum trim standard. The Prestige has a leatherette wrapped upper instrument panel and a microfiber suede headliner. The headliner and pillar trim comes from a very good source called Tricot Yarn, which is a weave made from recycled water bottles and waste nets. Pretty cool if you ask me. Advanced has leather seats. Prestige will have Nappa leather seats. Both have power front seats with 4-way power lumbar and driver's seat with power cushion extension, power bolster, and ergo motion. Heated and ventilated front seats standard. Prestige has heated rear seats. Add that to the list of differences, as well as the Prestige having a heated steering wheel. Genesis sets you up well with some handy driver's assist, safety, and technology features. Overall, I think both these trims are deserving of every feature given the price tags, but Genesis has to save something for the Prestige. That's just how it works. It's hard to be disappointed with either of these setups, but if you want to spend the extra, $8,000+, you're going to be getting just, a larger instrumentation cluster, better sound, a heads-up display, Nappa leather, and compared to leather, really things that you don't need, like I mentioned. Interview guys, if you're in the market for a nice fancy EV here in 2025 or coming up in 2025, if you're watching this in 2024, then I think you have the potential to have many more options out than when this is currently being made. Certainly Genesis has carved their way into a very luxurious end of things as well as performance, and I think there's no doubt this electrified GV70 takes the GV70 to a new level with the appeal of an EV if that's what you're going for. And if you don't want the EV, you still have nearly the same vehicle, just in the gas form. So I love that there's both options here, enough for hopefully everybody to find what they want. Fortunately, EV price tags are super high, and as I mentioned, I think the biggest knock on this, after spending so much money, getting so many features, the range is still pretty low, but at least you're getting a lot of power for the range you do have, and the MPGEs are pretty high. They're pretty stellar numbers. So in the end, it might even out if you're not going to be a huge commuter. The range is probably no problem at all. But if you're going for luxury, you're going for performance, nice exterior looks, great interior design, I think this Genesis is doing it perfectly. Definitely going to be tough to beat them. Hopefully this video laid things down a good way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Benz car review. Please subscribe if not already. If you have a future review, drop in the comments and I'll see what I can do. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I have that option. Check that out. Join if you'd like, and I'll catch you on the next Benz car review.